Hello, my impatience. It is Andrew the Android Koloski here. I am live and I'm ready to perform or talk to all of you. And I'm ready to engage with you guys. So I hope you'll join. I hope you'll mingle with me. I hope you'll talk with me. Oh. Dave asks, so you already quit the SOAR program? Dave, I know everybody's disappointed in me. I know everybody says to think that, I'm too high functioning for it is arrogant of me. And, I think everybody obviously is expressing their disappointment in me. Everybody's expressing their arrogance, my arrogance in thinking I'm too high functioning. And, they say it's almost like I don't want to get better, but what are you gonna do? They say, Andrew, you say it was like the Dookie bus in there, but quite frankly, you're living in the Dookie bus, Andrew. Quite frankly, you're living in the Dookie bus. Dave says it is what it is. That's true, Dave. That's true. It is what it is. I said, somebody asked me, what exactly am I hoping to be rescued from? You have everything in your life handed to you on a silver platter. Your home and car are paid for by your parents. Your parents cook you delicious meals and they take you out to eat. You have options to socialize at various functions, go get ice cream, etc. every single day. What kind of distress could you possibly be looking for a reprieve from? Well, obviously, this is a house of cards being provided by my mother and father. And when they pass away, I'm going to be up Schitt's Creek without a paddle. So, obviously, it's good to get independent because when you're dependent on somebody and the person you're dependent on goes away, it's going to be a rude awakening. It's going to be pretty ugly, pretty fast, So, Mrs. Andrews going to abuse his parents until they die, then hold weekly sentences to continue to abuse them from beyond the grave. Dave says abusing ghosts is bad, real bad. Yeah, I guess so, guys. All right. On a good note, what's a good note? I'm going to be doing karaoke with a few of my friends on Sunday. I'll try to make plans with another friend on. So I was Googling root canals because they did a root canal on my molar all the way in the back, and I'm like, if I was wondering, could you actually perform a root canal on the front two teeth? Not only can you perform a root canal on the front two teeth, it's a lot easier and it heals faster. Apparently, there's a lot of pulp and there's a lot of pain, and it's hard to reach the molars in the back. So apparently, I had the worst possible tooth to have a root canal done on. So, yeah, I was Googling videos on YouTube about root canals and removing the nerves and the pulp inside the tooth. It was kind of fascinating. It's kind of like the videos where you see people pop acne. It's kind of like the videos where you see people pop acne. I know it's satisfying, like you see like a big, like really zit, and you see somebody make a little incision and watching all the pus come out of a gigantic zit. It's it's a fascinating thing to witness, and it's satisfying. It's very satisfying. It's very satisfying watching the pus come out of the acne. What are some things that you guys watch that satisfies you? And I'm talking like wholesome kind of. Well, I don't know if popping acne and pus coming out of acne is wholesome, but I'm not talking about like adult kind of stuff. I'm talking more like, what are some things that satisfy you? Like that's kind of bizarre. Oh, nobody wants to talk about pus acne. Dave just asks, "Did your mom say you were too high functioning for the SOAR yet program yet?" No, my mother said, "Andrew, you need to get out of the house. You need to do something." I was told, obviously, you're not too high functioning. The people there, they're getting out, they're socially engaging, they're working towards getting a job. If anything, your executive functioning is lower than theirs because you're posting on social media and pouring your life down the drain. So yeah. So get out, make your life happen. If it's not at the if not at the SOAR program, somewhere else. Vegan Dolls says she wishes she has a day program to go to. Why do you work, Vegan Dolls? Like, why do you wish you had a day program to go to? Why? Like, what are you talking about, Vegan Dolls? Yeah, it's been a while since Vegan Dolls has been in the house. Good to see you, Vegan Dolls. Good to see you meet my impatient. Dun-dun-dun-dun-dun. La 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 la. Andrew, you have the opportunity to make all these friends, and you are taking it for granted. Erie says, "Did you recognize any of the people today at the SOAR program from your short bus days?" No, I didn't recognize anybody from high school or college at the pros program. Basically, I went into the cafeteria. I thought I was too high functioning for, you know, the program based on a quick glance, and I left. That's basically what happened. The weather's getting pretty warm. The weather's getting pretty. It was a nice day today. A very nice day. Very warm and nice day. Oh, my mother. By the way, my mother threatened me when it came to alcohol. She told me, Andrew, if I catch you on the live stream drinking alcohol one more time, she's going to kick me out of the house. So I can't. I'm not allowed to drink any more hard seltzers or Foster's beers. I have to just basically abstain from that because my mother is basically threatening me. She says, if I catch you drinking alcohol one more time, you're getting kicked out. So my mother does not want alcohol in the house. Vegan Doll says, I think drinking alcohol is a huge no-no. I don't blame her. Yeah, with the mental health challenges and with taking antipsychotics, it wasn't a good idea anyway. So maybe it's the best I abstain from the alcohol. Um, my mother literally threatened. She said, if I catch you one more time drinking alcohol, you're fucking out. She says she doesn't want alcohol in her house. And, so Vegan Doll says you shouldn't be drinking at all with your medication you're taking. Yeah, I agree. I don't know. It was fun and it got me creative. I created some cool songs and cool artwork and did some cool live streams. However, somebody says, you think you're more creative, you think you're more, funny and performative on the alcohol. But meanwhile, you're actually making a fool of yourself and you actually do your best stuff when you're sober. Do you guys agree with that or you disagree with that? Do you think some of my alcohol fueled performances were better? Vegan Doll says alcohol is a slippery slope. The reason I was drinking alcohol was because first off, it gave me a little bit of an escape. But secondly, I thought my performances were pretty cool on the alcohol, So do you guys? I know, like it's kind of like the coffee performances. If you have a cold brew, you perform better on camera. Just like if you have a cup of alcohol or a beer or a hard seltzer, sometimes you perform better. I don't know. Vegan Doll says, no, you're way better sober. In fact, you're just humiliating yourself, and you think you're performing better, but your drunken performances, yeah. So basically, abstain from alcohol. Somebody says a boat that floats in water can sink in it too. I don't know what does that mean, Rusty? What does that mean? A boat that floats in water can sink in it too. Ah. Yeah, time keeps ticking. I'm getting older and older. I'm wasting my life. I'm pouring my life down the drain. Vegan Doll says alcohol feels fun, but the feel is not real. It feels not fun real quick. So alcohol basically you don't want to get addicted to alcohol. I have enough problems as it is. You know what I mean? I have enough problems in my life as it is with my mental health challenges, with my hostile dependency and codependency, and I don't need to become an alcoholic on top of that. That's the last thing I need, to be an alcoholic too. Chiba asks, so now what are you going to do now that you cancel every mental health recovery group, Andrew? I don't know, Chiba. I'm not really sure. Erie asks, did SOAR have any cute women in attendance? They didn't seem to have any cute women in attendance, unfortunately. So that's part of the reason I left. Erie says, Andrew only goes to these programs to meet a woman, to get some intimacy. Well, I mean, I think a lot of people want a romantic partner, don't they? It's natural for men to want a romantic partner. Somebody says, Andrew, nobody can save you but you. You don't want to help your mental health, but you want to find a girlfriend who will magically fall in love with you. basically, Andrew, you got to work on getting well. You got to work on getting stable. Nobody's coming to rescue you. And, quite frankly, you got to work on healing yourself and taking your medications and going to these groups because you're very sick, Andrew. You're very sick. And that's basically the story here. The story is you're very ill, Andrew. And, you're a very sick man. Dave says, take a Lamictal, Andrew. Take a Lamictal. Get on some medication. Increase your Abilify. And make your life happen. No woman is coming to rescue you. The Asian woman from 2008 isn't coming. Man Crush Ed isn't coming. Women from 6-7 years ago aren't coming. No friend is going to rescue me. No Taylor Swift isn't going to rescue me. Lady Gaga isn't going to rescue me. Olivia Rodrigo isn't going to rescue me. My mother's not going to rescue me. My father's not going to rescue me. The only one who can save me is myself. The only one who can save me is myself. Hollywood movie star, did the Disney Corporation, Universal, Paramount, Sony, nobody's coming to rescue me. Elon Musk isn't coming to rescue me. Jeff Bezos isn't coming to rescue me. I have to save myself. Erie's yawning. She says, yes, you've said it a million times, Andrew. Save yourself. And you had the opportunity to today at the SOAR program. Instead, you chose to stay in your fucking Joanne Greenberg world. Erie's like, this is the same fucking broken record that's been going on for years. It's just enough. Make your life happen. It's exhausting at this point. She's yawning. You're wasting your goddamn life, Andrew. You're wasting your goddamn life in a solitary fantasy land. I say the same thing every day, the same thing every year. If I want 2025 to be the year of Andrew, I have to make it the year of Andrew. Nobody's going to come and deliver me my life on a silver platter. I have to make my life happen. And I'm doing karaoke with some friends on Sunday, but that's not financial independence. Yeah, so I am kind of. Erie says he won't change unless he is forced, in my opinion. Chiba says no change. You don't want help. Dave says you need to watch the movie Groundhog Day, buddy. I never saw the movie Groundhog Day, but I remember I had a psychologist many years ago who said I'm like living Groundhog Day. The same day over and over and over and over again. I'm living, and basically it's kind of like a broken record. It's like a fucking broken record. I'm living the same day over and over again. Nothing's changing. And, something will change eventually. My mother or father will die, and I'll be up Schitt's Creek without a paddle. I called Copland. I actually called him on the live stream a few days ago. He didn't reply. He didn't call me back. He didn't text me. He didn't email me. So I can't get in touch with my psychiatrist. So my mother says, just take the 15 milligrams of Abilify. I'm like, you can't just do that. You have to get the guy to approve it. You can't just take 15 milligrams. I'm sure he'll be okay with it. But somebody says, yes, you can. You can take the 15 milligrams. It's batshit insane. Andrew's batshit insane. Somebody says, how could you expect Dr. Copland to reply to you? You've mass text messaged him like a million times. Fair enough. Somebody says your spam text messages are a real issue, Andrew. You got to stop texting people. Okay, guy, I'm gonna go over to the. I'm gonna take a walk now. So thank you for watching. Somebody says, "Do I believe I'm owed an instant reply?" No, I don't think necessarily believe I'm owed an instant reply, but I also think. I also think. I can't go up to the 15 milligrams unless he gives me the permission to. You know. So he says you could call him again if you want. That's true. We got a lot of inpatients in the house. We got a lot of inpatients. So he says try calling him now. We got McClare's. Okay, let me get a water. Somebody says, "Do you think we should put you back in the psychiatric hospital?" No, I don't think so. I don't think I need to be in the psychiatric hospital. I'm not a danger to myself or others. Giant Big Lighter says, "How do you hang out in jeans all the time? Aren't you uncomfortable?" Well, I learned it makes you feel it makes you feel happier if you dress better. I think if you dress like a slob, you're generally more depressed. So one thing that I think I try to dress relatively nice every day because it improves how I feel about myself. It makes me feel happier. I think if I wore like sweatpants or jogging pants and a sweatshirt, I would feel you know like a dirt bag. It was kind of like when I was wearing those superhero t-shirts and sweatpants. It's kind of like, yeah, unfortunately, people aren't going to like compliment you about being handsome because you look like a slob, you look like a dirtbag. So try to dress the best you can because it improves your mood. Dave says you wear menthol sweatpants every day. Patrick says superhero t-shirt Andrew is far superior to current day Andrew. I guess so. Erie says none of your clothes fit you though. I dress nice enough. Patrick says he's disappointed in me today. I know, Patrick. You called it from a mile away. You said Andrew's going to not go through with the SOAR program. You saw it coming from a mile away, and you were absolutely right. He's called it for months. I did go in. I went, but I thought I was too high functioning for it, and some people was like, "Oh, how arrogant! How arrogant to think you're too high functioning for it." Chiba Chiba says Andrew won't do anything, Patrick. He won't go anywhere. He won't improve his illness. Patrick says it's almost narcissistic, I think. He went and felt superior when the true low functioning person is Andrew. Yeah, it's like my psychiatrist used to say. He said, actually your executive functioning in comparison to these people is actually lower. I mean, they're getting out, they're working towards improving their lives, they're working towards getting jobs. You sit in solitude posting on social media thinking it's your ticket to riches and fame. You're pouring your life down the drain. You're living in the dookie bus. They're getting out. They're making their life happen, They're higher functioning than you. Even though you think you're higher functioning, you think you have the potential to be like a radio talk show host or in movies or, realistically, these people, they're higher functioning than you because they're not delusional. Patrick says, get that through your head. Get through your head. They're higher functioning than you, Andrew. Andrew wants to stay in Joanne Greenberg world. Andrew wants to stay in the dookie bus. Andrew doesn't want, so somebody says Andrew doesn't seem to want to get out of his rut. Andrew thinks he's higher functioning, and Erin says the way Andrew sees himself is very delusional. Andrew sees himself, yeah. But basically they say I self-sabotage and then I blame everybody else besides myself. TV says, Andrew, how are you going to change things? You need a step-by-step plan. Yeah, I think a game plan, like they say, failure to plan is planning to fail. I really called Copland about upping my Abilify, but he didn't reply. Somebody says Andrew is very low functioning. Andrew is very handicapped, disabled, and yeah. So everybody's saying how I need to call my doctor. I need to, which I have done, but he didn't reply. I need to get on more medication. Somebody wants me to do it now. All right. I'll call him now. Give it another go. Okay. One sec. I'm calling him off camera. Let's get his number here. Well, yeah, it went to his voicemail, and his voicemail is playing right now. His voicemail is playing right now. I don't want his voicemail playing on the answering machine on the live stream, so I'm just talking right now. La 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 la. Yeah, he has like a long ass voicemail here. La 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 His voicemail box is full. His voicemail box is full. And it's not because of me. No, I was calling, I swear to God. His voicemail box was full, and it's not because of me. Because I don't leave voicemails. I swear to Jesus Christ. I swear on my grandpa. I swear I just called him. And I swear that message I left for him was real. I really just called him, and his voicemail was full. You know, I'm not lying, guys. I mean, believe I'm not playing his fucking voicemail on the live stream. I'm truthful 99% of the time. When do I really lie? I mean, I don't really lie. I mean, what do I lie about? What do I lie about? All right. So he says I lie about my parents almost daily. Chiba says I lie about taking medication, trying to better myself, going to mental health recovery groups, my parents. Well, I believe it. Maybe it's delusional. I mean, so he says you lie about take. I'm not lying. It's a feeling of conviction that's like delusional in nature. I mean, I'm not lying. You might say I'm delusional. Chiba says you also lie. So he says your delusions are lies. You knowingly. All right, it just doesn't matter. If you want to think I'm a liar, believe what you want to. I think I'm very honest, transparent, and frank. But if you want to think I'm a liar, that's fine. Yeah, believe what you want to. I mean, if you want to say 90% of what I say is not grounded in reality, that's fine. You might say I'm living in a fantasy world and I'm delusional. That's fine. But the fact is, I'm not a liar. You know, I don't intentionally deceive people. I don't know. If you think I'm an unreliable narrator, that's fine. So it's not good to live in a fantasy land. I agree. Obviously, getting out and making your life happen is. What did I lie about the call? No, I didn't, Sleeves. I literally just called my doctor on camera. How did I lie about the call? I literally just called him and his voicemail box was full. Somebody says you not call him on semantics. I mean, you know what I mean. I called him and I was off camera. Yeah, that was more of just an accident. I mean, I wasn't saying I called him on. I was saying I called him and I was being recorded. You know what I meant. You know what I mean. I wasn't lying intentional. You know what I was trying to say. TB asks, how am I feeling today? I'm feeling all right, I guess. Dead Cop says, I think your narcissism doesn't allow you to see yourself in real or constructive or critical ways. You've created a defense mechanism by retreating into your delusional world. The reason I don't want to call him back on camera is because I don't want his voicemail to be heard on the live stream. No, it picks up. Like, for example, when I call my mother, you can hear her talking even if it's not on speaker. I could go la 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 la. I mean, but it's just no. Somebody wants me to show them an Abilify. Yeah, I can show you an Abilify. This is my Abilify 10 milligrams. And these are what the Abilify pills look like. Somebody wants a close-up of the tablet. Okay. It looks like this. All right, guys. I think I'm gonna. I think I'm gonna get going here. I mean, we got 10 people in the chat. Rusty says, "Do an hour." Here says the pills are very small. Yes, they're very small. But actually, there's a lot. Even though they're very small, there's a lot of power in them. It's a lot of medication is in there. So. So it says the Abilify is small but mighty. It's a small but mighty pill. So it says your mother called, 10 milligrams a puny amount of medication. You need to take more Abilify. 10 milligrams of Abilify is a puny amount of medication. You need to take a masculine dose of medication. So he says, a puny. My mother wants me on a mega regimen again. If it was up to her, I'd be on a mega regimen again. That's for sure. $80 would probably kill me. I don't. Oh, I should get the dosages of Abilify. 80 mg would probably kill you. Doses of Abilify. Let's check out the doses here. La 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 la. Ah, the milligrams. Okay. All right. Doses of Abilify. Yeah, something tells me 80 mg would kill you. Somebody said, no, actually, Dr. Copland says opposite you, and he's the one who prescribed the mega regimen. And I'll read to you Dr. Copland's email where he literally says I was on a mega regimen of medication. Basically, he says the mega regimen was necessary to keep me out of the hospital, but Dr. Copland is the one who came up with the term mega regimen. Dr. Copland, I said about the medications. Dr. Copland said on October 3rd, 2016, yep, you are on a mega regimen. You are on a mega regimen, but in truth, tolerating it pretty well and still intermittently psychotic. So we are not there yet, he said on October 10th, 2016. So Dr. Copland is the one who came up with the term you are on a mega regimen. Dr. Copland is the one who started. So he says, watch your older videos and your current ones. You're clearly in a worse state of mental health. You need a mega regimen. Oh. Ah. All right, guys. I think I'm going to peace out here. Thanks for watching. Ticking Time Bomb wasn't meant to be Ticking Time Bomb as in powder keg Ticking Time Bomb. Ticking Time Bomb was meant to be somebody who comes back with determination and makes himself a success story. Like a ticking time bomb who wakes up from his slumber and comes back with determination and makes himself successful. Not a ticking time bomb as in somebody who becomes violent. Like, I'm going to explode as a ticking time bomb and become a Hollywood superstar and a movie star and a billionaire. That's what I meant by ticking time bomb. It's a positive ticking time bomb. It's a good ticking time bomb. Ticking time bomb. That man's a tick. So he says, there's no such thing as a good ticking time bomb. I'm a ticking time bomb of love. I'm a ticking time bomb that's going to become a success story when I awaken from my slumber and get determined to make my life happen. Oh. All right, guys. I think on that note, I'm gonna hit the old dusty trail. Thank you for watching. Um, Thank you for watching, and I'll talk to you all again soon. Peace out, my amigos and amigas.